Hello, I'm Joel Leonard. They call me the Maintenance Evangelist. We're here for another edition of Skill TV. Today's a special day. We're here at a community college outside of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. This college is called Fayetteville Technical Community College, and they've allowed us to use their facility and their equipment today to do a special taping. And we've invited experts from all over the country to come in and talk about some of the challenges, issues, and opportunities that are available as we're trying to address the maintenance crisis. And so today we're going to discover some of the solutions and some of the techniques and some of the practices that companies are putting in place or being recommended to put into place to really survive and not just survive but thrive in this recessionary economic downturn that we're dealing with. I happen to have an old friend of mine join us today, and Ralph Peters of the Maintenance Excellence Institute. Thank you, Ralph, for coming.
Thanks, Joel. Glad to be here. And
you wrote a book a couple years ago called Maintenance Benchmarking and Best Practices. Tell us about this book and share with us some of the things you've done. But first of all, I've got a question for you. If a company is in dire straits and they want to do something to really make an economic impact in their business, what would you recommend that they do?
I had that question asked this week by a gentleman from a large company. One of the first things, of course, would be to look at where you are with your current practices, maintenance practices, and what you talk about with skills and people. That's got to be one of the first ones you look at to see if you do have the skills to do the job. Okay. Other things, and I say if you're just getting started, and this is what I told him: preventive maintenance, get something going. Followed by predictive maintenance. In other words, there's a lot of best practices. We talk about in this. We talk about the Scoreboard for Maintenance Excellence, which has 27 categories. But there's certain first things first, and it really a lot centers around the people. The reliability process, starting with preventive, predictive, continuous monitoring, and all those things. The technology is here today to do things that's just phenomenal.
So what you're saying is if a company's in an economic duress, they can look at their maintenance department as an area where they can uncover some area to be more effective and be more cost effective. Is that right?
Exactly. And maintenance contributes to the productivity very much of a manufacturing operation. I've been a plant manager, for example, and maintenance contributes to productivity of that plant. But in terms of maintenance, there's a lot we can do to improve the productivity. First, let's talk about the craft people. And let's say one element of what we call overall craft effectiveness is performance, craft performance. Well, how do you improve that? Well, motivation and training and making the people as capable as possible to do their job.
But you know, the thing is about training is we're in the economic paradox, or a training paradox. And, you know, when you got money, you don't have time. When you got time, you don't have money. So, you know, those are some of the issues companies are dealing with now. Is they might have the time, but they don't have the money to invest in training. So,
well, you got some good sayings, you know, as far as what if we train them and they leave, but what if we don't train them and they stay? And but that's just one element of it.
And there are some government
Right.
fundings that are coming in to help with the shortcomings and some of those things.
Right.
And also there's technical community colleges that can offer things at a very reduced rate.
But we talk about in this book maintenance as a profit center and being profit and customer.